Oh, it's already on. Hello, Richard, painter. Making him a coffee. Very important, first meal of the day. Always got to have coffee. Right, so today we've got a Suzuki Altro rear bumper in red. Can't remember the exact shade, the exact colour. Compressor airing off. So we've got panel white. Just going to give everything a very good clean. So you can see, you'll see it better in a minute when I turn the camera around. There we go. So we've got like a light grey primer. Excuse my camera, it's all over the shop, trying to do two things at once. Clearly I can't do that. So we've got give this a good clean. And I'll show you the other side in a minute, it'll make more sense to you. We've got what we call spectro primers, like sort of spot primers. They're all coloured, so we can have, if we're painting a yellow car, we can have a yellow primer. If we're painting a red car, we can have like a red. The red, I don't know if you can see it on here, is more of a salmon pink, but you use a lot less paint having it the right colour, so that's why we tend to use them. Any rub throughs or anything like that that might cause us issues going forward, we deal with them quickly as well with the same product. Right, so that's clean now, and as it's a bit cold, and it looks like my battery's going dead already, we'll put the booth on. So the noise and everything's going to change now, so you have to understand. And shut the doors as well now. Right, that's the door shut. We'll let that warm up. You'll see that creep up. Burner's just turned on, so it'll take a minute to get it up to temperature, painting temperature. And then I'll show you what I do use. Just find that can. So this is the one that we use. Surface primer. So any rub throughs and that light grey primer that you've just seen on there, I'll cover this. I'll cover that light grey primer with this, just purely to make my job a bit easier. It'll save 2 coats of red. I am on the MIPA water scheme. Solid colours pretty good, to be honest, and they cover well. So we've mixed our paint already. I think I've done a video in the paint room. If I haven't, that's the scheme that we mixed the paint of. These are all your colour chips. So if you've got a green, you type in your code in the software and then it'll give you one of these to find. You'll find it, or you can, if you know you've got a solid red, you can pick. There's 4 reds. There's 4 reds. You can go and find the closest thing, and then I can on the back of these, they've all got a number. I can also type that number into the software and just mix that. So somebody fancied something like that, that would be easier for them, or for me, one of the two. So we've already got the paint mixed up because I did that yesterday. That's sat in the pot ready. I'll give that a quick shake. What I want to do is get that Spectro on there, let that dry, and just give that a quick 500 over the top, and then we'll give it another clean with water degreaser, which is like more of a detergent, if you like. It's got anti-static properties and various other bits and pieces in it to clean the panel properly. That way you know it's very clean, and then we can start putting the paint process on. I will try and film that as best I can. I'm very new to this, so I'll have to probably figure that out. But I might be able to show you one coat or something anyway. Alright, I'll try and show you in between stuff anyway, so you know what we're doing. Yeah, we'll go and do that now. I've got 3 other things in my head. I was trying to possibly show you them. It's a lot warmer in here now. So now we've cleaned it, we'll just use the Spectro like we said. Everybody's cup of tea. Like I said, I use it just to speed that job up really. It'll save me a coat or two. I suppose it is quite an expensive edition, but it deals with, it can go on plastics, metals, bare metals, just for when you get them little rub throughs. We've got a we've got value shades. There's a green, there's a white, black, red, blue. So there's all these things just make your life a bit easier really, because even if you get your paint covered over your primer nicely, sometimes that little rub through can be a nightmare, and you end up putting 3 or 4 layers on top of that rather than just a quick flash over with a Spectro. There's quite a heavy repair on that bumper, so we've had to, should have had a new one really. That's not the best really. We should have ideally had a new one, because it's taken a bit longer than what we thought. Live and learn. Next time it'll be a new bumper. So and then other jobs we're on with. It's working or not. Oh yeah. Got a John Deere part there, wheel arch. Apparently the wheel fell off, bent all the arch, so we've got to tidy that up. It's not bad, to be honest. Just a little bit of tidying up around some edges, just make sure it's nice again. And then we've got I'll just show you, because I mean we're not quite finished yet. It will get noisier down here because the booth extraction's down this end. But we've got Triumph TR6 insurance job, that one. we've had to put a new front panel in it. We've got new bumper. The old one was bent. I will do a bit more of a video on that because we've got to do a bit of paint work. And it used to be a American import, so the front end's different. So we're swapping everything over. There's the damage actually. So that was the old panel we've cut out, and then we've got a new one in there already. So you can see that's in there, it's just not ready yet. It's only just been fitted, we've got to paint it, various little bits and pieces. And in the good old Rimmer's bag, we've got some new lights. Like I said, because it was a US import, I can't get the panels, or we haven't been able to find the panels. Customer and I have both looked, so we've decided just to put an English front end on it, just to, job's done then, you forget about it. There's a few little modifications we need to do. One of them is the lights, they're different. The American one hang underneath the front bumper, whereas the English one they mount inside the front front panel, if you like. So we've got to sort that out as well. It's like a this week at the painters, and there's a shed load of other stuff to do outside, but I suppose we'll have to get on with that and do some other videos about them. Let's see how this is drying. Been a minute or two. See, it's nearly there, it almost blends in. Makes your job far easier painting. You see the transition. It actually looks a bit purpley on the back of this screen, but it's more of like a salmony colour. So that just needs another minute by the looks of it. We'll come back in, give that a quick fly back over, use a different cleaner, and then we'll see if I can show you some paint process without me making myself look stupid. I'm not very good with the camera. Not sponsored, but I got a free cup out of them, so thank you. Right, I'll be back in a few minutes. Right, back again. Battery is very nearly dead actually. We'll see what we can get, if anything. So I've got the paint, we're all ready. Just going to go in there now. Tack cloth. So that's what it looks like now. So I'll have to turn this off and I'll be back. Right, it's recording, back again. So I've got the red on. I've had to swap mounts as well and change the battery, so might look a bit more different. Again, more English. So I need to wash the red out of this gun, and then I need to make some clear coat. Now, because we're in a rush today, because it's Saturday morning and they want to pick it up later, I'm going to use a one coat clear by Baslac. Fantastic clear, dries very, very fast. Super glossy level, will look really nice. So let's get the gun washed out. I don't know what you can see, can't see. So you can see that. See the gun. So these just are like a little quarter turn thread. You can see there, just pops into the end of the gun. Nice and easy. And then I use one of these. This has got a detergent in it. I need to get some different mounts. These are paint, these are. You're either on or you're off there. So I have one of these big barrels. So we give everything, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Kind of. You see that coming out of there. So we give that a good rinse. A lot better that stuff. We used to try and clean them out all sorts of different ways, and then I don't know why one day I just managed to realise actually there's a proper detergent, a proper cleaner, and it's by far better. So I don't know if the label's on this one actually or not, but no. So I can't remember what brand it was. I'm sure it was something or other. I'm trying to get you on the stand there so you can see where I am. Like. I suppose that as I go on I'll have to figure these out a bit more, won't I? Maybe get some different mounts and stuff like that. So. Right, I will strip that a bit later. I'm trying to get some clear on here. So these are just liners. There's the lid. Pull these out. Just empty hard pot basically with a liner. So that one's completely empty. I used all of that, so we can throw that away now. Now I'm throwing that out, yeah. Right, I'm going to try and show this anyway. So up here we've got different size liners. For small pot, medium sized pot, and then we've got the big pots which are massive in comparison. So if I was doing painting the side of a car, or I need a lot of paint or a lot of clear coat, I would use the big pots. We have multiple pots, so if we're doing a full paint we can mix quite a lot up at once if we need to. If we're doing an older car, generally it's 3 coats of paint, so I might mix the first 2, let that flash quite nicely, and then mix the last layer as one, if that makes sense. So we're only clear coating a bumper. With how a Baslac clear works, you don't actually need that much, although it's a lot thicker product. It really is good stuff. It's again, not sponsored, just experienced in using it. I'll show you the doodah. So near enough, as you can see, pretty much everything I can use Meeper I do, including my clear coat. I use a CX4 clear coat, but when I'm trying to just do a bumper on a Saturday morning, I use the Baslash stuff. It's just as good quality. Fantastic product. And like I said, when you're in a rush, you want something that's very good. I don't know if you can see me on that one. You want something that's very good, reliable, you know you're not going to have any problems with, and will look good as well. It needs to be good and look good at the same time, because we're not again, I don't know what you can see there. Again, apologise about the camera angles. Can you see that? Yeah. So what I've done is I've just got a little liner, put the little liner in there, in the pot. Pot's down there. We've grabbed our clear coat. That's the one we're using today. Well, for this job anyway. So you can mix this by weight, by volume, or I suppose once you've been using it a few times, you know roughly what it looks like in the can, so you know roughly how much to use. But there is I haven't got it here anymore. Actually, I was just looking for it. I did have a measuring system for it, because there's two different, what's the best word to use, viscosities. The clear coat's thicker than the doodah, than the hardener. That will weigh more, so it's all calculated out by weight, and then you would weigh that on your scales. So you see, if I turn that off just for arguments, that's a new hardener that I haven't opened yet. I'm just using some of the old one. But yeah, that's normally the case. It's the same with the primers as well, because the primer's very dense, thick primer. The hardener for it is going to be a lot thinner and weigh less, which is why they have you're supposed to weigh it by volume, or by weight basically. I don't want to confuse anybody. So we've got that done. Put the lid somewhere safe. I have actually put the lid somewhere safe. I don't know where that went. We'll find that in a moment. Just put that away. Found it. Thanks for looking. Appreciate that. Pop that back on there. Use it next time. So we're going to give that a mix anyway. Now you'll see when I put it on the gun, I always give it an extra mix anyway. When it's a bit cooler, this primer is a bit thick, so if you've got a facility of warming it up, it can also be your best friend. So we'll put that on there. Look. Assuming you can see all this anyway, I don't know what, the screen's gone black. So I'm going to use a different gun now. So we've got DV1 C2 plus cap 1.3. Right, and then we'll give that a shake anyway, like we said. So what we're going to do now is, you're on this little tripod thing now, so I don't know how it's going to work, but I'll take you back in the booth. We're going to tack off the red, because it's a solid colour. I don't mind tacking off the last layer. Just make sure it's clean. So I'll show you before the clear coat and I'll show you after the clear coat. But again, excuse the noise, it will get noisy. I put my mask somewhere safe. There we go. Put it back on the shelf, believe it or not. Right, let's get back in here. Now I've just realised I ain't got a cover for this camera and I don't want to wreck that. So I'll show you before and then I'll have to show you after. I'll have to get a cover for this GoPro. So you see it's all coloured up now already. Right, we'll smash some clear coat on it and I'll show you again in a few minutes. Alright. Oh. Right, now we've sorted that. Got some clear coat on it. And I'm running out of SD card storage now. So the same thing applies, a bit boring. If you can see what I'm trying to achieve. Yeah. Just the same thing. Quarter lid. Do you that. Liner's no good. Save the hard cut. We've got that for later then, haven't we? Every time you buy a box of these cups, sleeves if you like, you always get a brand new hard cup if you like with them. So I like to save a few, to be honest with you, and then when they get really caked up then sort of get rid of them. Right, I am very low actually on that SD card, so don't forget to like, subscribe and all that wonderful stuff that you're supposed to say apparently. I'm going to strip this gun and clean that, and then I will show you the bumper after I've done that. I'm just trying to save a bit of SD card. Right, we'll have to be quick, I'm running out of SD card, but now it's all painted. Right, so I've got to put that on a bake cycle now. It bakes very, very fast, so I'll just put it on for 12 minutes. Then we get fitted back on the car. And then I will carry on with my day. I'll upload this video hopefully later. And we'll see if we can do one each week now, from now on. Now we've got a bit more organised. This week at the painters. We'll go down that route. Right, alright. See you soon. Jibbo.